I do a video of the CA review. Well, for reading, it's kind of difficult to do a review for the reading CA because the reading CA is based off of a specific reading topic, and it's based off a specific story. But I can do a video of showing you the skills that you need to be able to go back and answer all of those questions. So that's what we're going to do right now with the story Patterns in the Sky. We are going to listen to Ms. Rogers read the story, even though on the CA I can't read you the story. Since you don't have a copy of this, I'm going to read it to you. And then we are going to answer some questions. You need to remember that you can go back in the story. You should go back in the story. You should be utilizing the story because it's given to you. So we're in slam position. We're being respectful. We're utilizing this time that Miss Rogers is taking out of her lesson plans to do this review with you. Patterns in the sky. Look into the night. What do you see? You may see more twinkling stars than you can count. The poem, The Star, shares that people are curious about these lights in the sky. Have you ever wondered about stars? How do they create patterns in the sky? The Star by Jane Taylor. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. When the blazing sun is gone, when nothing shines upon, then you show your little light, twinkle, twinkle all the night. Day and night is a pattern that repeats every 24 hours. Stars can be seen at night. During the day, the stars seem to disappear. Why are these two words underlined? Isabella. They're vocab words. Remember, during your test, you are more than welcome to use a highlighter. When I see vocabulary words, I'm going to go ahead and just highlight them. That way I know that that is a word. I'm about to have you exit my classroom. The light from the sun is so bright that most stars cannot be seen during the day. During daytime, the sun shines on the part of the earth facing the sun. At the same time, nighttime occurs on the opposite side of the earth. Have you ever noticed that stars seem to move across the sky? Follow these steps to note changes in the night sky. So, our title of our steps are Observing the Sky. And then steps. It means you're going in order, correct? So each one of these steps is going in order. You have step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5, and step 6. When it says materials, what do you think that means? Diego.
Objects that we need.
Things that you will need, correct. So those are things that I will need. Okay. Gaze at the stars in the night sky. They are located far from Earth. This distance makes the stars appear tiny. You may see one star or a group of stars. A group of stars that forms a pattern is a constellation. A constellation is like a dot-to-dot puzzle in the sky. A pattern of stars is named to describe what it looks like. Different constellations can be seen at different times of the year. Stargazing in winter allows a different view than stargazing in the summertime. So these are some of the winter constellations. These are some of the summer constellations. The patterns created by stars are useful to people. Long ago, farmers watched the night sky to know when to plant crops. Sailors Sailors depended on the stars to guide their paths. They followed stars which shone in the north, south, east, and west. The sailors and farmers created names, myths, and legends to explain the patterns of stars. Observe the twinkling stars in the night sky. What patterns can you see above the world so high? Okay. Question 1 says, in paragraph 2, the prefix dis in the word disappear means. Well, that was a word that I highlighted, correct?
Yes.
During the day, the stars seem to disappear. Thinking of your prior knowledge, what does the word disappear mean? Haley.
Like gone.
Yeah, go away. So the dis part of appear means what? Before, with, not, or again. So which one of those words would mean that it's gone, that you can't see it, or it's no longer there? Mario.
Not.
Exactly. Not. You utilize your knowledge to answer that question. You also utilize the fact that it was in your story and you reread that sentence. That is exactly what you should be doing on your test. Alonzo, are we paying attention? Doesn't look like we are. Question number 2. How do constellations help sailors? Did we read about how the constellations help the sailors? Yes, we did. So I should probably do what?
Go back to the story.
Well, we talked about constellations on this page. But where was it? What keyword am I looking for? Constellation and what else? Excellent, Daisy. Sailors. Where on my paper is it talking about constellations and sailors? Mario. In what paragraph?
In paragraph 5.
Exactly. I see a keyword right here. Sailors depended on the stars to guide their paths. Okay? So the sailors used the stars to figure out what? To guide their path and to figure out where to go, correct?
Yes.
So which one of these answer choices would fit what we just found in our story? How do constellations help sailors? They lead them in the correct direction. They push the ships through the water. They provide lights for the ships. They show the location of the moon. I'm going to start from the bottom up. If it's showing them where to go, does that mean that it's talking about the moon?
No.
They provide lights for the ships. Did anywhere in that story say that the sailors used it as a light?
No.
Is the stars helping the ships go through the water?
No.
No. There's no way that the stars could help do that. They lead them in the correct direction.
Yes.
Does that mean that this answer is saying that it's helping them get from one place to another?
Yes.
Correct. Just say yes.
Don't drop it out.
Okay, looking at number 3. What is the meaning of the word pattern as it is used in paragraph 2? Well, pattern, I saw that word in the story, and it also tells me where it's located. I would really love the respect of my class to be paying attention and to be utilizing this time, because I do not have to do this for you, and I am the only class that is. And it tells me that I need to look at paragraph 2. So in paragraph 2, I have my word highlighted, pattern. Day and night is a pattern that repeats every 24 hours. Day and night is a pattern that repeats every 24 hours. So, in this, it's asking which is the best description of the word pattern. So, design. Is day and night a design that repeats every 24 hours?
No.
Is day and night like a design? Is it a picture?
No.
No, it's not. So would pattern be a design?
No.
No, it wouldn't. This thinking process that I am doing right now is exactly how you should be thinking on your own as well. Not just taking a guess. You are honestly thinking in your prior knowledge. Is day and night a design? Like a design. Like there's a design on the picture that you're coloring. That's what a design is. No, day and night is not a design. Right? A regular event. So day and night is an event that repeats every 24 hours. Day and night is a time, right?
Yes.
Something that happens, correct? Day and night. Right now we have day. That is what's happening right now. So would you consider day and night an event that happens every day? Yes. Okay, so that could be our answer. Is day and night a guide?
No.
Are we using day and night as a guide? No. People use what as a guide? The stars. But we're talking about what? Day and night. So would guide be it?
No.
Okay. Our last answer choice is good example. Day and night is a good example that repeats every 24 hours. Does that make any sense whatsoever?
No.
We just problem solved our entire answer choice to give us one answer. That is exactly what you should be doing. The questions that I am asking myself are questions that you can ask yourself as well when you are doing these types of questions. But you have to think to yourself, is it important for you to pass this test and utilize this and take your time? Or is it more important for you just to rush through it and get over it? That's up to you. That's your decision. Number 4. Which two words rhyme in the star? So, rhyming words. They sound the same. They might not look the same, but they sound the same. Like store and door. They don't spell the same, but they sound the same. So when you ever hear a question where it says, does the words rhyme? You should say those words, and do they sound the same? Isa, read me answer choice F. Nope. Answer choice F. Upon, night. Up on is upon. Then you have night. Upon, night. Are those rhyming?
No.
Isabella, read me answer choice G. Gone are.
No.
No. Zamar, read me answer choice H.
High sky.
High sky.
Yes.
High sky.
Yes.
Okay,
Maybe.
this could possibly be it. Let's double check our last answer. Diego, read me answer choice J.
Starlight.
Star. It makes the R sound. Light makes the ite sound. Do those rhyme?
No.
High makes the I sound. Sky makes the I sound. I, high, sky. I. They rhyme. Princeton, please sit up. Okay. observation. This question requires you to think about the story we read. It says, the author writes patterns in the sky to what? Did the author write patterns in the sky to describe the stars in the sky? I'm reading the answer choices. Please just stop talking over me. If you want to answer a question, which I did not ask a question, your hand should be raised. Your shoe should be on your foot. Did the author write patterns in the sky to share a story about stars? The author writes a patterns in the sky to explain how stars are formed. The author writes patterns in the sky to convince people to study stars. So this kind of is focusing on the author's purpose. To convince is
Like make somebody.
I am going to ask my class one more time to please pay attention and stop messing around and thinking that this is a time that you should be playing, because it is not. And this is being posted on YouTube, so your parents do hear what is happening right now in my classroom. And I am not going to ask you again, because I am taking time out of my lesson plan to give you this review and show you skills that I have taught you before, but I am trying to make you remember and utilize. Is the author anywhere in the story trying to convince me to study stars?
No.
No, not once in there did it say that I should study stars. Did the author write this to talk about how stars are formed? Did it talk about stars forming anywhere in our story?
No.
No, it didn't. Was it just trying to entertain me with a story about stars?
Yeah.
Or was it trying to describe stars in the sky? I would love for somebody to raise their hand and give me an answer with a legitimate reasoning of why they think that that is the answer. S-Y. Okay, so why did you pick it? The author wrote patterns in the sky to describe stars in the sky. Yeah, I was talking about patterns of the stars, what they looked like. And it didn't even tell me a story about stars. It was giving me what about stars? Information. So it's not a story.
It's not a story.
Because a story would be, like Jaden said, to entertain you. That's not what the author was doing in this story. He was trying to give me information. Let's look at number 7. It says, which step of observing the sky helps the reader think about what was observed? Observed means what you were trying to figure out, what you were looking at. So, looking back at our section where all the steps were, which step explains what we were observing? I'll give you just a few seconds to look at it. Which step is having you look at what you were observing? Omar.
Step 2.
Okay, listen to my question. Which step of observing the sky helps the reader think about what was observed? Was means that you've already done it, correct? It didn't ask, what are you observing? It asked, what step is having you do it after you observed it? Haley, I just gave an explanation of what you should be looking at. Was is you have already observed what you are looking at. Are is before. Was is you have done it already. Benjamin,
6.
why did you pick step 6?
Because it was what was.
Yeah, you've already looked at what you were observing. So now it says look at it and figure these questions out. You need to pay attention to the question that they ask you. Okay, we talked about this in small group and with our writing. Question 8 says, what text feature are used to explain the photographs under paragraph 4? So what are these called? Are these called titles, captions, bulleted list, or underlined words? Isa, captions. It is a caption. It is describing your picture. It's not a title. You don't have a title for a photo. You have a title for a paragraph. There's no list on here. There's no underlined words here. Words under a picture or beside a picture is a caption or label. One of the two.